Hello and welcome to a new video. Today it's the time for my final TBR of 2022. I don't understand how it is already nearly 2023. Like what is time? What even is time? It's a bunch of wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. That's what it is. If you don't get that reference, I'm sorry. Google it. So I want to say December's going to be a pretty chill month, but I do have a few like mandatory reads. I've got a few buddy reads and I also have a few reads that I would very, very much like to get to. So I'm going to go straight in with my buddy reads. Technically, even though these are mandatory, they're buddy reads for fun. I don't have a actual full mandatory read this month because By the Angel Along is taking a short break in December, and we're because we're finishing like one section of the Shadowhunter Chronicles, and I don't want to start Lady Midnight, which is the first in a new trilogy, at the end of the year. So we're going to have December as a nice break, which will also give people time to read Shadowhunter Codex if they would like, because that is not part of the read along, but also just have a break if they don't want to read that. So buddy reads. First up, I'm going to be reading The X-Hex by Erin Sterling with Catherine. We're both really looking forward to this. So we wanted a nice, quick, like romance to read, and this has got like a fantasy twist, so but it's not high fantasy. So I think this is going to be a really good one to read in December, nice and chill, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Then for one of the patrons I'm in, I am going to be reading Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. I actually only purchased this book yesterday. I saw it and I was like, yeah, I need that. I was going to read it on my Kindle, but now I'm not. It's Katie Robert, so of course I was going to get it because Katie Robert has very quickly become one of like my favourite authors, and I'm excited to read more from her because she is amazing. Next up, we have Wolfsong by TJ Klune. I am really excited to read this. I need to try and remember who's on the buddy read for this. So if I forget anyone, I am sorry, but there is a group chat and I can't remember who's on it. So it is Jem, Lisa, Chloe, Catherine. And if I've forgotten anyone, I am so sorry, but I'm a mess, which isn't new information. But I'm really excited to read this. I've only read one thing by TJ Klune before, and that was House in the Cerulean Sea, and I loved it. So I'm excited to read this, and also pretty edition. Next, we have The Beast. The beautiful, heartbreaking beast that is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. We are finally finishing this series. I've had so much fun buddy reading this with the group for the last few months, and we're on the final book. What is this? Because of the size of this book, we're actually not doing a set buddy read. We are just all going to aim to read it in December instead of just sectioning it out, which I'm really grateful for because this is a big book. It's 980 pages if I recall. 980. Nicely remembered. Go me. So yeah, I cannot wait to have my heart broken by this. And then the final buddy read is Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellefleur. Yeah, I'm buddy reading this one with Ash. I am so excited to read this. I need more sapphic romance in my life, so I'm so excited to read. I've heard really good things about this entire like series as well. I believe it's a series of standalones, but they do connect. I'm really excited to read this. Next up isn't really a mandatory read, but I would quite like to get stuck in with Schwabalong, which is hosted by Lisa, Jem and Tori. Again, if I've forgotten anyone, I'm so sorry, but I'm a mess. I'm going to keep saying that. It's November and my mind is already in Christmas mode. So I didn't actually, I'm not getting to a Darker Shade of Magic this month, so I need to read Darker Shade of Magic, and then next month's book is A Gathering of Shadows, so I need to read both of these to catch up with Schwabalong. These are rereads for me. I am going to be tabbing and annotating them as I go because I have the paperbacks and I also have collector's editions, so the collector's editions aren't being touched, but I'm going to tab and annotate these. So there's those. And then the book for Lisa and Jem's podcast, Barely Adult In, is You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince by Timothy Janowski. I'm so excited to read this. I got granted an e-arc of it on NetGalley, and yes, I'm so excited to read this one. So for that reason, I will not actually be picking a book out of my NetGalley mug, because I will be reading this, which is a NetGalley book. So I won't be picking a book from that mug this month. So yeah. Okay, so I think that is all the mandatory reads. Now moving on to books I just would like to get to. I am taking part in Christmathon, which is hosted by Jem and Silk. I'll put the announcement videos in the description down below. There are currently no prompts have been released, so I'm just gonna see what I can do with what I have, to be honest. I will say there are some books that are going on my TBR that are not on this, that are not going to be mentioned in this video, because I want to do a Christmas smut vlog. Whether it happens or not, who knows, but so far I only have like 3 books on there, so I need to find some more. So I'm just gonna go with the other books I would like to read in the month of December, but they're not like, if I don't get to them, I'll be fine. Apart from 3 which I have to get to, otherwise I yeah. So in my end of year book tag, which I'll leave wherever it goes, I mentioned 3 books that I would like to get to before the end of the year. One of those was Wolfsong. The other 2 were The Luminaries by Susan Dennard. I have this arc, which I'm still so excited about. So I would really, really like to get to this in December. Then I also mentioned Forging Silver into Stars by Bridget Kemmerer. I need to read this book. Like, I need it more than I need oxygen, because I need more curse breakers in my life. So there's that. And then the other one that I think if I don't read this, I might lose a friend, and that is You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle. I've been recommended this by Meg, so much so that she actually bought me this. So I promised her, I've promised I will read it in December, so I am going to read it in December. Then another one that I would like to get to in December is The War of Two Queens by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The next book in this world is out now, which is the sequel to A Shadow in the Ember, which is the prequel series to this series. But I don't know if you do have to read them in release order, but I am very much sticking to release order in the way I read them, whether I have to or not. Like, you can tell me if I have to or not, but I'm still going to do it my way. So this is the next one I need to read, and then Light in the Flame comes out this month, or came out this month, so I need to get that. I doubt I'll get both of them read in December, but I would very much like to get to this, because I am highly anticipating this one because of a thing, which if you read the book, you might know what thing I'm talking about. So yeah. And then I mentioned in my book subscription box TBR update, which I'm again going to leave here, that but I said at the end, if there's any of these you think I should prioritise, let me know and I'll try and prioritise it. And as of this point, only one person has suggested one, and that is Lisa. So I'm going to try and read this Woven Kingdom by Tahiri Mafi. I am really excited about this. I've heard nothing but good things about this, and I've heard the audiobook is amazing. So I'm going to try and give this one a go, and I hope I love it, because it sounds incredible. And I think I will really love it. And then as well as the Christmas smut, I also want to read a couple more Christmassy books. So I want to read Pride and Prejudice and Mistletoe by Melissa de la Cruz. This is like a gender bent retelling, and it's modern day. So Darcy is instead of Mr. Darcy, it's Darcy Fitzwilliam. She runs into her old neighbour and high school foe Luke Bennett, and it's a romance, like yeah. And then I also would like to get to A Boy Called Christmas by Matt Haig. I got this one last year, but didn't get round to actually reading it. So I'd quite like to read this. I feel like this would be a nice one to read on like Christmas Eve, or like the day before Christmas Eve. To be fair, Christmas Eve falls on a Saturday this year, which means I don't have to work. So I might just wake up, make a nice hot chocolate after my coffee and sit down, and I can probably get this done in a couple of hours, because it's a kid's book. And it's got big writing, and I should be able to get through it pretty quickly. So even though I'm not going to be picking anything from my NetGalley mug this month, I've still got my Kindle mug. So let's see what I get. Please be nice. Oh, okay. It is Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. Yes, I'm really glad it was a romance one because I want to read romance. And I feel like I might be on a bit of a Tessa Bailey kick right now because I've just read Hook, Line and Sinker and loved it. So I'm happy with this. That's a good addition. So yeah, that is everything I would like to read in December. If I can get to more books, then I will. But the thing is, December's usually a pretty busy month for me. I don't know if it will be this year. But I do also want to watch some Christmas movies, and just, I've got 3 weekends where I'm busy, but one of those weekends is a 24-hour readathon. So I'm probably going to get a lot done in that week. So we're good. But I am really, really excited to read all of these books. I will say, if I'm doing a buddy read with you in December and I haven't mentioned it, please tell me, because I can't remember. My brain has been mush the last few weeks, months. So yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.